It's been a day or two since I last posted a video, and that's because I wanted to see what my old friend Todd Howard was up to. So I took a flight out to Bethesda, and we're up at like 40,000 feet, pretty high up. And I'm trying to sleep, and I cannot sleep on a plane ever. And the guy next to me says, "Hey, are you trying to sleep over there?" And I say, "Yeah." Pretend this is like a blanket or a towel or something. I'm not talking to the guy, I'm talking to you. I say, "Yeah. I just can't get to sleep on a plane. I cannot sleep sitting up." And the guy says, "Oh, I've got a little something that can help you with that." And he shakes a bottle at me, and I take a look. And it's just an orange bottle with no label and little round pills. And I say, "What is it?" And he says, "You want to try some?" And I say, "What is it?" He says, "Come on. I'm giving you some for free." I say, "What the hell is it?" And he takes one out and says, "Here, have it." Oh, he shoves it right in my mouth. And he forces me to swallow it. I black out. And I wake up in a dark room. And I say, "Wow," because I was still under the effect of the pill. And then the guy walks in and he says, "Well, have you now, Mr. Catman?" And I say, "What do you mean?" Says, "You were trying to undo my plans." I said, "What?" "I was just flying out to see my friend Todd." He says, "Oh yeah? Well, if you weren't trying to undo my plans, then what were you doing flying out to Bethesda?" And I said, "I just told you, aren't you listening?" And then he said, "Oh, I didn't expect you to tell me right away what you were doing." And then, I'm pissed off now because this guy won't even tell me what the hell's going on. And then he says, "Hold on a second," and he leaves. And then he comes back and he says, "All right, you're free to go." And so I go to Bethesda, and I open and I go into the ZeniMax office, and I say, "Hey Todd, it's your old friend the Catman." And then up on the third floor, Todd looks out from his private bathroom. It's gold plated in there. And he says, "Hey Catman, I got Starfield up here for you." And I said, "Oh boy." So I go up there and I look at Starfield and I say, "Wow. This is on the Creation Engine?" He says, "Yeah." And I say, "Hey Todd." And he says, "Yeah, what? Do you want to see how you can travel from the surface of a planet all the way to another planet covered in cities and millions of individual NPCs, all without a loading screen?" And I said, "Well, yeah, but I want to tell you this weird thing that happened to me while I was flying out here to see you. I met this guy, and he drugged me on a plane, and then he said I was trying to destroy his plans." And then Ty said, "Oh yeah, that was me." I said, "What?" And I said, "What? Why did you do that?" And Ty said, "Well, I thought you were coming out here to destroy Starfield." I said, "Why would I do that?" And Todd said, "Oh, because I saw you weren't playing Fallout 76. And I told him, "Well, yeah, I finished it." And he says, It's an online game. You can't finish it." I said, "Well, I did. I launched the nuke, and I discovered all the locations." And he said, "Well, how many characters do you have?" Todd said, "No, you have one. I don't ask questions that I don't know the answer to, Mr. Catman. You only have one character. You know how many slots we have how many character slots there are, Mr. Catman? We have a 64-bit data variable for the character slots. That's how many characters you need to make and you need to finish the game with before you can consider yourself done with it. And I said, well, I didn't know that. And Todd said, well, you should have. If you had played the game, you would have known it. If you just kept playing and making characters, this would not be a problem. I said, well, and I started crying. And then Todd said, oh, what are you crying for? And then this hot woman walked in, and she saw me crying, and she said, Todd, why are you making this handsome man cry? And then she started making out right there, and she said, I'm doing this to make you feel better. And then we were making out, and then Todd was crying. And then I said, let's get out of here. And then we got out of there, and now I married her. And she's right here. You might not have seen her, because she was rolled over facing that way. Like, I noticed sometimes the camera pointed that way. But she's right there next to me right now. Say hi.
Hello. I'm Mr. Catman's girlfriend. I'm very attractive, but I'm very camera shy, so I'm not going to show you myself.
Oh, cool. Oh, well, this video is kind of getting long, so I got to get done with it. Here, you know what? To prove she's over here, she's going to turn off the video. Watch. Look, that's her finger. Here's her finger.